Small changes can have a big impact, and that is also the case for the front-end design of your Power BI reports. Now in this video, I'm going to look at 5 design mistakes that you want to avoid. Coming up with a good design for your Power BI reports can be quite challenging and sometimes takes a lot of time. However, there are often these quick wins that you can implement straight away that have a huge impact on the overall look and feel of your Power BI report. Now, at the same time, there are also things that you want to avoid. Now, and that is exactly what we are going to focus on. Now, to showcase these points, I have here a typical Power BI report page as you see them flying by on social media. And actually, it doesn't look that bad, but I do think there are a few things that we can change to make this report design much better. Now, maybe you should pause the video right now, have a look for yourself and see what 5 improvement points you have, and then compare against my 5 improvement points. All right, now, let's dive in. Now, the first thing that I would change is the background. For me, it is a little bit too much. Now, it definitely draws my attention, which is a good thing. However, then it is a little bit too distracting and it blows my mind, not in a good way. Now, this is especially overwhelming when you also have transparency applied to the backgrounds of your charts and when there are a lot of things going on in the background. And you see, for example, here, that line intersects kind of the header of the slicer and it almost becomes unreadable. So therefore, not a good idea. And what I would do is first, just get rid of it. All right, so let's do that. Let's go over here to the page formatting settings and then canvas background. There we have that background. Let's just remove it. And I can breathe again. Now, of course, that background doesn't necessarily have to be white. You could also make it gray, but also this doesn't look amazing because when I removed that background, I also removed the backgrounds of each visualization, and that makes it now look a little bit messy. So let's put in a different background. Now, if you ask me, this looks much better than what we had before. We don't have all of these distracting background shapes and it's a little bit more toned down. Now, if you disagree and think, oh, maybe it's still a little bit too much, then just play around with the transparency. So here in the canvas background, there's also a transparency option and you can simply increase it to whatever you like. Okay, so that is the first design mistake that I often see, which is too distracting backgrounds. So let's now go to number 2, and that is inconsistent spacing. Now, this one always drives me nuts if I see inconsistent spacing between visualizations that is not there purposely. So there's no intent behind the differences in spacing. Now, that is exactly the problem that we have here on this report page. Now, you see here at the top, there's quite a lot of spacing compared to here. And then here, I believe it's again a little bit different. So it was just put there more or less. Now, to me, this really looks like as if the Power BI report developer quickly put their visualizations in place, then said, oh, looks good enough, I move on to the next thing. No, really make sure that the spacing between the visualizations is consistent. And if it's not, then better make sure that there's a good idea why it's not consistent. All right. Now, another thing that bothers me is why is this not aligned? Now, there's no real benefit of having that bottom right visualization being a little bit higher than the visualizations that are to the left of it. Now, you might argue, yeah, but then I can see more items. Well, in this case, it's maybe 1 or 2 items more, not such a big benefit. But what is more important for me is that consistency that I would like to have in this report page, because now you have these weird corners there, which is weirdly distracting. So let's fix this. So that was design mistake number 2, inconsistent spacing and alignment. Let's now go to design mistake number 3, wrong use of fonts, emphasizing the wrong things by how you use your fonts and also having weird proportions between your title, chart titles and legends, etc. Now, where does this report page go wrong? Now, if we look here at the top of a report page and compare the values of our main metrics that are visualized in the card visual as well as inside of the donut visualizations, then you see there's a little bit of inconsistency. It looks like here we have just the normal version of our font type, which is Segui UI, and there we have the light version. So yes, the font size is the same, but the font weight is different. And you probably want them to be the same if they all are visualizing the main KPI value. Now, another thing that doesn't completely work here is the proportion of the font size for the value versus the font size of the label that we see with the KPI name. Now, here we have for the value a font size of 46, and then for the label, so let me select the card, There we have a font size of 16. Now, I probably would make the value a little bit smaller. And with that, we also create a bit more white space. The white space in every report is really important. That makes sure that all of your charts and visualizations can breathe a little bit and that you can focus on the right things without feeling overwhelmed and without that feeling that, everything is too cramped. Now, that is one place where I probably would change the fonts. Another place where I would change it is over here. Now, here I would like these values to stand out a little bit more. So how can we achieve that? By, for example, making them bold. Or here, the legend. Well, the legend is as big as the title for that visualization, which of course doesn't really make sense. So the legend probably needs to be smaller. I guess it would also be a good idea to put it maybe in the top right corner, so the placement is also off. But when it comes to font size, it probably doesn't make sense to have for the legend a bigger font size than for the title of the visualization. So let's make some of these changes, and that looks much better. You see the proportions make sense again when you compare the values to the labels, and also there the legend being a little bit smaller. Now also, where do you put the emphasis? So here by making the card values bold, it draws more attention to it without needing a bigger font. Right? Now, the same over here with the values that are displayed here at the top with the percentages. Also there you see making it bold draws a little bit more attention than what it was before. All right, so that was design mistake number 3, wrong use of fonts. Now let's go to design mistake number 4. Now this one is simple, too little padding. Now, out of the box, Power BI visualizations have quite little padding. It used to be 0. I believe now it's a little bit more, but still I would apply more. And it really makes a big difference when your report page is done in the overall look and feel. Now, why? Again, it has something to do with extra white space. Let your visualizations breathe. Now, you might object and say, well, if you create white space, you take space away from the visualizations, and therefore the visualizations have to be smaller, and everything will look and feel more cramped. But that's not how design works. You will see that if you have more space around the visualizations, then the overall look and feel of your report page will be much better. At the same time, in some places, you could also decrease the padding or decrease the space between elements to give more that feeling that these items belong together. Now here, I probably would do that for the reference values below the card values that you see over there. So by having them a little bit closer, you create more that feeling that they belong together, especially when you then also increase the outer spacing. Now, let me implement these changes. And what do you think? Quite a big difference, huh? If you compare this, what we have now, with an increased outer padding of the visualizations to how it looked like before. All right, now that is design mistake number 4. Too little padding and white space. And now it's time for design mistake number 5, and that is wrong usage of color or no clear intent of what a color means. Now, here looking at this report, you might at first sight think, oh, everything looks nice and coherent. What is the problem here then with color? Well, there's actually one color only, and that is purple. And then we just have different shades of that color, and that is basically the whole color palette. Now, the positive side of this is that everything looks always nicely coherent. Now, the downside here is, first of all, I think the colors are a little bit too muted, but that's how we could easily fix. I think this looks much more interesting, but I'm still not really happy. And that is because a color doesn't have a clear and consistent meaning within this report page. Now, what's the problem exactly? Now, let's take as an example that line chart, where we have the sales development over time broken down by different product categories. Now, the product category technology has the color light orange. Now, good. Then you continue reading your report, you get over here to the bottom section where you see the sales breakdown by region, and then we have that same color, but now for the region central. So here it means product category technology, here it means region central. So when I look at a report, I always try to see what does a color mean. And there are two options. Either a color is matched to a certain item, or a color is assigned to a certain metric. For example, when you see the color blue, that means sales. When you see the color orange, that means quantity. Now, the problem here is that colors are used inconsistently. Now, this is also visible here at the bottom between these two visualizations, the bar chart and the scatter. Now here, if I click on East, I have this light pinkish color. And then here on the right-hand side, well, we have a dark purple color. So let's also change the colors here. And I bet at first sight, a lot of you will say, I like that better how it looked like before. And I tend to agree with that. However, the use of color was inconsistent and therefore also very confusing. And with design, you have to strike a balance between how pretty something is versus the UX and how effective something is. Another thing that you have to keep in mind is the intensity differences between the colors that you're using in your visualizations. Now, if you look at the example from before, here you see that the intensity of the colors is almost the same. And for readability, especially for people that are colorblind, it's important that you have different intensities of a color. Now, these are the 5 design mistakes that I commonly see when I look at other people's Power BI reports. Now, let me know, did you have the same ones? And what common design mistakes do you often see in people's Power BI reports? Now, let me know in the comment section below. Now, if you want to learn how to build successful Power BI reports in a systematic way so that you can repeat it every single time, then check out my upcoming design training over here. And let's build some reports together from beginning to the end. Oh, and before I forget, if you want to have the background from before, you can download it using the link over here. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.